person that people have been joking about a little bit already. He's also one of the very friendly individuals that we have here. It might get to the point where the introduction sounds like a recorder because we just keep talking about how everybody's so nice and charismatic and cool, but I guess that's just the kind of people that this club attracts. In any case, he's a great guy, very friendly, always willing to give you a helping hand. And it's amazing because until I met him, I never thought that somebody who dresses and acts like a 12-year-old would be so likable. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Chris Hammell.
All right, like Antonio mentioned when he opened, he answered a table topics question from Jennifer last week about what have you learned from porno? And he said the guys looked very bored. And he said his advice for those guys would be to fuck her like you mean it. I thought that was great advice for this roast, so here we go. The precious jewel of 80. In honor of your 93rd birthday. Wait, that was from my birthday toast for you 7 years ago. Do you remember that? No, you don't. You are Club 7's darker, older, less talented Pamela Anderson. We've already mentioned that you love tequila. I can see why. In addition to making everything better, including your speeches, and Christoph's, and Amir's, they're also great sleep aids, according to Eric Linder, John Berman, and me. Wow. I get a really good night's sleep after you've had a speech. Sometimes on the way home. She likes to come up, we've already mentioned, she likes to come up and she says, "How you doing?" Which Nick mentioned was from the old TV show Friends. She's still getting mileage out of it, which I appreciate because it's been a really difficult catchphrase journey for Damarys. They don't have a lot of TV where she was raised in Afghanistan, so she didn't get a lot of exposure to American television. She used to have to wait until somebody asked her, "Are you doing well?" So she could say, "Well, of course I am. Don't be ridiculous." It's from an old sitcom, for those of you now laughing. Also, she used to have to mess things up on purpose so she could say, "Did I do that?" And people think it's way too aggressive to walk into a room and yell, "Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker!" But when she sees a plane, she still goes, "The plane, boss, the plane!" Because she has that midget French sidekick accent. You guys will see a little bit later, it's awesome. She was using the phrase, "Dynamite!" for a little while, but she used it on 9/11 in an airport with strip search 27 Now she only uses that expression in the TSA line. Damarys loves body cavity searches. Loves them. They find all kinds of stuff in there. Like old lighters, copies of Reader's Digest, Bob Dietrich's finger. How you doing? Maria Charles is here via Skype tonight. She was one of our DTMs, Distinguished Toastmasters. Then Damarys stepped up and earned her DTM. But she still hasn't quite filled that void. Comparing Maria Charles to Damarys is sort of like comparing a Rolls Royce to a Pinto. Or comparing a shot of Patron to a shot of Jose Cuervo. Do you like it? I use tequila terms for you. That's great. But despite that, Toastmasters International is a very caring organization. Before her Advanced Leadership Bronze Award, they sent her a badge that said ABL, and I thought, oh, that's a misspelling of Advanced Leader Bronze. That's ALB, not ABL. And it turns out, it stands for accidental bowel leakage. She's full of shit, and sometimes it overflows. Listen, Toastmasters wants you guys to be sensitive to her needs, right? Damarys depends to make her dependable so that she can be independent. And that's admirable. That's pretty good shit that stops the shit so that she doesn't stink while she's up here. It's good times. Look at her in her comfortable chair, being pampered in her Pampers. And later on, she's going to get hugs in her Huggies. But for now, I'm going to send her love and her loves. Those are all names of diapers. There's a lot of you with no kids. There's too many of you. But here's a tip, Damarys. It's never a fart. Knock it off. Seriously though, if someone as scattered as you with so little to say can make it to DTM, or someone as lazy as I can also achieve that, hey, you know what? You might be a Ford Pinto, but I'm still a bicycle. And I love pedaling wherever you go, which was complimentary. Yeah, all right. Let's bring back up a guy whose X-Men power is sucking the energy out of the room.